What's going on, guys? We got a little day in the life vlog today, something a little different compared to my last video. And right now we're just driving off to the gym. It's currently a Sunday, so it's a pretty chill, lax day for me right now. It's raining outside, which is like the perfect weather to just really like focus in on everything. And then this dude just did a crazy U-turn, almost caused a crash. But Sundays are just one of those days where you take time to just reflect on how your week's been and where you are in life right now. And I honestly feel like I'm in a position right now where I need to step it up, for myself, but also for my future. And I've been on this bulk for a good couple months now, since March, except for 2 months I wasn't focused on the bulk. I was still hitting the gym, but my diet was pretty much at maintenance, so I haven't been putting on weight for a two month period. So right now I'm sitting at 170 pounds, and if you've been watching on my Instagram, I started at 147 back in March. And I really started this channel, my Instagram page, to not only document my journey of bulking up, but also to kind of share with you guys the things that I go through in life, where I am right now. Because at the heart of it all, I really want to become a successful person where I'm making a lot of money. And I'm not gonna lie, like, there's this idea that is like spread in the world, within society, that just having the pursuit and the dream to make a lot of money makes you, in a way, for some reason, selfish and greedy and money hungry. Truth be told, I feel like everyone should be money hungry. Like, that's the monetary value in this world, chasing money. I just had to make a quick interjection while I was editing this video. I know I keep saying chasing money. I don't literally mean chasing money, because you never chase money. Money will come as long as you put in the work. When I say chasing money, I just mean having the end goal of becoming a wealthy person, where a lot of money is flowing into your life through the actions, through the businesses that you built. Money is just a byproduct of the daily actions and the effort that you put into building yourself up. It's a big component of what drives us as human beings and drives our dreams, our hopes for things that we want to accomplish. No matter what, money is a significant part of it, whether you want to accept it or not. I've pulled so much knowledge from my entire life of living in the realm of business, where I have tried so many different things in life. I've tried so many things in regards to business, a lot of different business models, making money online, all those things that about. You see it all on Instagram, that lifestyle that people want to portray. And I've been trying to build that up. I've been trying to build my own successful business, and I realized that everything that I did failed, for a couple of reasons, right? Biggest reason why you fail at anything in life is just, realistically, you're not putting in enough work where you would actually yield the results, the results that you're expecting. And that's not to say I didn't put all my effort into the different businesses I tried. I think what I noticed towards the end of like each business model that I tried to pursue was, I realized that I wasn't really chasing the desire of actually being a good person within that business. For example, I tried drop shipping, and when I did drop shipping, this was back in high school when I was 16 years old, and in my mind, when I was doing that, all I was chasing was just becoming rich. Like, I want to make money, I want to become rich so fast, and at the time, drop shipping was really like, this was like peak drop shipping trend. Everyone wanted to do drop shipping. And I was watching all those free e-commerce videos on YouTube, those 8-hour-long videos, trying to figure it all out. And ultimately, I failed. Not because I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, yes, that is a small component of it, but I learned enough to the point where I knew what I was doing. I mean, my product was trash. That part I knew, but also the vision just wasn't there. Like, my passion wasn't there for that specific business. I just wanted to do it just to do it, to see if I can make money. Without an inner purpose, without any intrinsic desire to pursue that, I knew that it wasn't gonna happen. I mean, I didn't realize it at then. I was 16 back then, and I mean, I wasn't really, I wasn't thinking as deep as I do now. But now when I think about it, that played a big role. The fact that I didn't know why I was really doing it. It was just because I wanted to make money was the reason why I wasn't successful. And that was the same for, every business model following that. When I used to do affiliate marketing, there was a brief period where that was really true. Not a brief period, but it's still something that everyone talks about. All these business models are still, valid business models. I'm not gonna say they're all bad and you won't make money in them. You just need to be disciplined to the game. But I just wanted to really just talk to you guys on this drive about the idea of finding your purpose. I don't think you guys can hear me right now with the train overhead. I genuinely believe that if you don't have a purpose behind what it is you're doing and you're just chasing it for the wrong reasons, even though, it's obvious, money is never a driver for success. But that aside, if you think that you have, every reason, but besides a strong, developed, fortified purpose as to why you're doing it, then you're not going to become successful. And I've only recently developed my purpose. Recently, as in within the last year, I've developed my deep purpose as to why I want to become successful. I have my big why as to why I want to do it, and a lot of you guys don't have it. And that's perfectly okay, because you don't realize it, but that's like the first question you need to be asking yourself. Why are you doing what you want to do? But before you even ask yourself, what you want to do, you need to ask yourself, why do you even exist on this planet? That's the biggest key factor into really the rest of your life in a way. Because without really, defining your purpose, there's no next step. Because every step without a foundation of who you are and your identity, then you're never going to build something that's sustainable. Over all the different business models that I tried, I realized a big purpose that I've always in the back of my mind had, and in a way has intertwined itself into my life in various different aspects, in like academic scenes, social scenes, business scenes, was the fact that I've always enjoyed helping people. I've loved the feeling that I get when I'm able to teach others what I've learned for myself, because they don't know it and I get to teach it to them, and they implement it into their life, and then they become a better version of themselves. And this idea is what has pursued me, what's made me pursue building my personal brand right now, because I learned that that's what I love to do, help people in the spaces that I understand the best. And that's exactly what I'm going to continue to do. I want to build my business around helping people. Right now I'm documenting my fitness journey. I want to help others also be in a position where I am, develop their mindset, because there's so many things that at a young age that you don't know about until you're much older. And I've met people who are much older than I am, in their 30s. This would be my professors at college, right? Professors and people I would meet, along the way, who I would share my dreams to and my vision for what I want to achieve in this lifetime. Who explained to me that there's so many people who aren't like me. And I'm 22 now, but I've been like this for a long time. It's just finding the vessel for which I want to actually build my business has become the most difficult part, and that always will be the most difficult part, because you'll never know what you want to do unless you do it, right? The biggest part of life is trial and error. You need to keep trying and failing until you find the one thing that clicks. Now right now I don't know what's gonna click, but I know I want to help people, and hopefully if you're watching till this point, you stick around while I document the way that I grow my mindset, my body, my entire life, really, just the way I upgrade my life from this point on for the over the next year. Now I'm not just gonna end this video without actually telling you guys what you can do right now to take that first step towards your your why. So what I want you to do is I want you to go grab a piece of paper, and on the top of the page you're gonna write your why. Ask yourself why you want to do what it is that you want to do. And once you do that, right underneath it, you're gonna write down why you want that. Why that specific big why of yours is that. Why is it that? And whatever you use for your reasoning, why that why. So on the next line, now you're gonna ask yourself, okay, now why did I write this? So let's just say my big goal is to become a millionaire. Obviously, that shouldn't be your goal. It should be more than just that. But let's just say that's my goal. And then the next line I write, okay, why? Why is that my goal? Why is it my goal to become a millionaire? And I'd write, I want to retire my parents. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna ask yourself, okay, why? Why do I want to retire my parents now? So in the next line, now you're gonna write, okay, I want to retire my parents because they've always been taking care of me and they've given me everything that I've wanted to the best of their abilities. Okay, now why? Now why is that reasoning a reasoning for your ultimate why, become a millionaire? And what you essentially want to do is you want to really flush out your actual purpose, because whatever you end up with, you're just going to keep repeating this why. Keep asking yourself why am I doing this? Why do I want this? Why do I want to do this? Why is this what I want? Why do I want to do this? You guys get the idea. Keep asking yourself why to really flush out every little detail of your purpose. And once you do that, you'll have a very clear, interpretable, direct purpose for your life. And once you're done with that, you'll have a very clear, concise purpose. What drives you. You'll have every single aspect of your purpose built out, because you don't realize it, but your purpose isn't just based on this one thing. It's a multitude of experiences that you have that ultimately develop the idea in your head, why you want one thing. Like, you don't want to be a millionaire just to be a millionaire. There's a lot of things you see, a lot of experiences you've had, things you've seen, cars you've seen, families, whatever it may be. It's a cumulative experience of what you've lived so far that drives the existence of your purpose. But I'm gonna leave it at that for you guys. Hopefully you take action on this, because I really believe that this is like the first step into actually pursuing any of your dreams. Genuinely figuring out what the purpose is, not some surface level BS that you tell yourself when you go to sleep. Not, oh, because I want to get my dream car. Like, you're not gonna get your dream car if you don't even know why you want to get your dream car. You don't want it just because you want it. So I just got to the gym. I'll catch you guys later for the next video.